everyone, my name's Hua and today we're gonna review this book. I'm gonna read this book to you. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, huh? This book kinda realized me as Bella and the Beast in a fairy tale, Walt Disney. Never mind, I think it's kinda a little different. Let's read this. Beauty and the Beast. There was once a very rich man named Pierre who gave his 3 daughters everything they wanted. He said, "I love my daughters," and 2 of them, they just think about presents. Bring us Bring us rubies and silk from the market, demand Sophie and Mary, his eldest daughters. Oh, and a satin dress and pearls. Pierre turned to his youngest daughter. "Don't you want anything, Beauty?" he asked. "May I have a rose?" asked Beauty. "They always seem to die in our garden." "I wonder why," said Mary. "It's a mystery," asked Sophie. "And such a shame when you love them so." Pierre waved goodbye to his daughter and galloped away on his sleek white horse. As he rode, a thick fog filled in the air. Pierre couldn't see the path ahead, or even his horse below him. He went on blindly until suddenly the fog rolled back to reveal the towering castle. Pierre gasped, "Where am I?" The horse hooves clattered up to the castle gates. They opened before him with a ghostly creak. Pierre rode into a courtyard. As he raised his hand to knock on the castle door, it swung open. "Hello," he called. No one answered. He tried again. "Hello?" But Pierre only heard his own voice, echoing off the stone walls. "Is everybody there?" "What's going on?" he murmured, his heart beating faster because he kind of nervous and scared. Then a mouth-watering smell made him forget his fear. Pierre followed his nose to an enormous feast. He sat down nervously. "Where are the guests?" he said to himself. A full plate floated over to him, and he cried out in surprise. But he was cold and starving, and the food smelled so good. "I hope no one minds," he thought, picking up a silver fork. Invisible hands poured him rich, sweet wine. Ooh. Feeling full of tire, Pierre rose from the table. Instantly, a bed appeared before him. Pierre was so exhausted to question it. He just lay down and fell fast asleep. He woke in a beautiful bedroom. A pile of clean clothes sat on a seat by the bed. They were just in his size. "I must find the owners and thank them," Pierre thought, and set out to search the castle corridors. Invisible hand opened all the doors, but he couldn't find a single living person anywhere. Perhaps anyone outside, Pierre worried. In the garden, he found a beautiful rose bush. As he sniffed the blues. He remembered his promise to Beauty. No one will miss one rose, he thought. An instant Peary plucked a flower. A huge shadow fell over the rose bushes. He spun around, clutching the bloom to his chest. To see a hideous creature before him, his eyes glittered fiercely. Before Peary could cry out, it grabbed him and pulled him close to its angry face. "How dare you steal from the beast?" he demanded, terrified creature. "I gave you food and shelter, and this is how you repay me, thief?" "I'm so sorry," said Peary, trembling all over. The beast glared at him and gave a low groan. I pay for the flower," cried Peary desperately. "Yes, you pay," said the beast. "You pay for your life." "Please don't harm me," begged Peary. "I just wanted a rose for Beauty, for my daughter." The beast fixed his burning eyes on Peary. "I let you live if you send Beauty to me. If she refuses, you must return in a week to meet your fate," he declared, "or I come after you." "I can't risk Beauty's life," Peary thought. With a heavy heart, he told the beast he would return. Before Peary left, the beast put a ruby bridle on the horse's muzzle. "He'll be able to find his way to your home and back," said the beast. "The bridle will guide him." "I'm home," called Peary as he came down to the path. Beauty ran to him smiling. "How was the trip?" "Fine," said Peary. He couldn't bear to tell her the truth. As the week passed, Peary grew thin and pale. "What's wrong, Father?" Beauty asked. "Nothing," he replied. "Please don't worry about me." That night, Beauty thought she heard him crying. She found him asleep at his desk. The next morning, with a letter in front of him, she picked it up and started to read. "Dearest daughters, when you read this letter, I will have left for you forever. I took a rose from the garden of a monstrous beast, and he has sworn to kill me unless I bring him my youngest daughter. He could never do that to you, Beauty, so I have gone in your place. Farewell. Your loving Father XX." "Oh no," cried Beauty. "This is all my fault." Looking out of the window, Beauty saw her father's horse saddled up, ready to go. She knew that she had to go. Quickly and quietly, she scribbled a note for him. "Dear Father, I have gone to the beast's castle instead of you. All my love, Beauty." Her father's horse seemed to know the way. He galloped down the twisting path as if guided a magic force. As the beast's castle came into view, Beauty gripped the reins in fear. First, the castle's gates creaked open before her, then the door to the castle itself. This place must be enchanted, Beauty realized. She took a deep breath and stepped inside. Beauty tiptoed down a long and dusty corridor until she found an open door. It led into a sweet, smelling garden. But as soon as Beauty stepped into the sunlight, she heard a terrible groan. "What are you doing here?" roared the beast. "I'm the Beauty, Peary's daughter," she stammered. "He sent you to die, did he?" the beast growled. "Coward! Don't say that," said Beauty. She was so angry she forgot her fear and glared at the beast. "You have courage," said the beast, gazing at her. As he spoke, Beauty was shocked to see great tears forming in his eye. "What's wrong?" she asked. Having you makes me realize I have been alone for so long," sniffed the beast. "Poor beast," said Beauty, her heart filling in pity. "I stay with you if you like." The beast grabs her hand, his eyes shining in hope. "Thank you," he said gruffly. "But you must let my father know I'm safe," said Beauty. The beast strode out to the courtyard and tied a note to Peary's horse, then sent him on his way. That evening, Beauty and the beast dinnered together. The beast told Beauty a story about a princess who'd turn a frog into a prince with a kiss. In return, Beauty told the beast all about her family and her life. "You are a very good listener," she said. "My sister always interrupts." The beast looked at Beauty very seriously. Then he knelt before her. "I know this is sudden," he said in a low voice, "and you know I'm ugly, but will you marry me?" "I can't," gasped Beauty. "I don't even know you." "Very well," said the beast, bowing his head. "Good night, Beauty. Your room is next door," he added, and left her alone. Beauty dreamed of home and woke, wishing she was there. Then, as she dressed, she saw a mirror by her bed. Peering into it, she was amazed to see her father eating breakfast back at home. "A magic mirror!" she cried. Seeing him safe and well lifted her spirits. "It's time to explore," she decided, and set off down the shadowy corridors. In one room, she saw fairies performing a play on an enchanted stage. In another, she found a library with shelves that seemed to stretch into the sky. "Here you will find every book in the world," boomed a voice. "Books from the past and the future." Wow, the future. I wish I could see the future books. When Beauty went into the garden, she saw exotic flowers and magical animals. Wow. Bunny with a bird wings, unicorns, giant butterflies, and dragons. Whoa. How silly and magical. But she didn't see the beast all day. At 8 o'clock, the gong rang for dinner. The beast was waiting for Beauty in the dining room. "Did you find the mirror?" he asked eagerly. "I love it, thank you," Beauty replied. After dinner, the beast went down on one knee again. "Marry me, Beauty," he said. Beauty sighed. I'm sorry, Beast, but you're very kind, but I don't want to marry you. I thought that might be an answer, said the Beast sadly, and left her alone. That night, Beauty had a strange dream. She was dining with a handsome prince. How could you bear to look at that ugly beast? He asked. He's not ugly inside, said Beauty. He's a monster, said the prince. Beauty woke into the sound of birds singing. The prince from her dream has vanished. Is that all? All he was? A dream? Beauty wondered. She spent all day wandering from room to room. The castle seemed empty without the beast beside her. Beauty was trying to choose a book from the library when she noticed a portrait. She couldn't believe her eyes. It was the prince from her dream. At dinner that evening, wait, how could we skip so fast? It haven't even lunch yet. I heard that, though, or even breakfast. Only dinner, though. How could we skip so well? She asked the beast about him. I dreamed of a prince last night, he said, and then I saw a painting of him in the library. Do you know who he is? I know him, said the beast, but I haven't seen him for years. For the rest of the meal, the beast refused to talk more about the prince. After they finished, he asked her to marry him again. I like you, but I don't love you, Beauty said softly. I'm sorry, but I won't marry you. The beast sighed and said good night. The next morning, Beauty watched her family in the mirror. She missed them more than ever. At dinner that evening, she hardly ate a thing. What's wrong? The beast asked her with a worried frown. I miss my home, said Beauty. The beast pulled a ring from his pocket. Oh, Beast, I still won't marry you, she said quickly. The beast shook his head. This isn't a wedding ring. It's magic. It will take you back to your father. But you must promise me you'll return in 2 weeks, he went on. I promise, said Beauty. Oh, thank you, Beast. Keep it safe in your pocket when you're ready to return. Put the ring on your bedside table, he told her. Beauty nodded. She put the ring on and the room melted away. She felt herself falling, until suddenly she was standing on a solid ground again. She was back at home and her father was staring at her, open mouth. Oh, father, she cried, throwing her arms at him. Beauty's father was overjoyed to see her, unlike her sisters. When they heard she had to return in 2 weeks, they hatched a secret plan. If we make her stay longer, the beast will be angry. With any luck, he might even eat her, said Mary with a sly smile. With little Beauty's gone, we'll have father and his fortune all to ourselves, said Sophie. So the sisters started being very sweet and loving to Beauty. I love you, Beauty, said Sophia. More cake? Asked Mary. Beauty was surprised at changing them. They must have really missed me, she thought. But 2 weeks flew by. But Beauty kept thinking of a beast. Was she lonely without her? When the time came to her return, her sister burst into noisy sobs. "We can't live without you," they howled. "If you love us, you stay," said Sophie, clutching Beauty's hand. Reluctantly, Beauty stayed until one night she dreamed she saw the beast lying in his garden under a rose bush. Beauty woke with a start. Something wrong, she realized. I must go with him. Beauty quickly put the ring on her bedside table. A cloud of swirling smoke surrounded her. The next instant, she vanished. Beauty was back in the garden. The beast was lying under the rose bush, just as her dream. "Oh no," she said. "Beast," she whispered Beauty, kneeling down beside him. The beast struggled to open his eyes. "Is that you, Beauty?" he asked. "I'm dying." "No!" cried Beauty, horrified. "Why? What happened?" She stroked him with her velvety face and kissed him. "You can't die. Please, Beast, I love you. Don't die." There was a blinding flash and deafening bang. The beast disappeared. Second later, there was another, brighter flash and an even louder bang. Kneeling before her was a handsome prince. "You were in my dream and in the painting," cried Beauty. "Who are you? What happened to my beast?" she asked. Her mind was spinning. The prince smiled. "I am your beast. Many years ago," he explained, "an angry fairy turned me into a beast. Because I refused her to marry her, only the love of a beautiful girl could make me a human again." "But why are you dying?" asked Beauty. "The fairy said if I loved a girl who did not love me, I would die of a broken heart," the prince replied. "You don't need to be afraid," said Beauty. "I do love you." Beauty and the prince were married the next day in a church filled with roses. Beauty's sister left early in a bad tempers. "Why does she get to marry a prince? That's not fair." "Life isn't fair," said a tiny voice. It was a fairy who had cursed the prince. "Your sister broke my spell," she said. "But at least I can give you exactly what you deserve." "What?" yelled the sisters. "As you have hearts of stone," the fairy declared, waving her wand. "That's what you'll be forever." Then, feeling much better, she flew off to steal some wedding cake. "Oh, little fairy." Never mind. It do got a happy ending though. I really like those fairy tales. But this fairy tale is quite different a little. Just changing names and change a little story. Never mind. Goodbye.